Alright, now we're talking about season 11 of Supernatural. I'm going to try to get the rest of these done today. Hopefully. I don't know. What time is it? Let me see. As we're speaking, it is 3:25. Shut the fuck up. Really? As I lost track of time. Anyway. So we are talking about season 11 of Supernatural. At the end of season 10, The Darkness was released. And now there's sort of an apocalypse type situation as usual. This deadly fog is coming through that's turning people evil, like evil monsters and stuff. And the guys, they find this small little town, a couple of survivors that don't survive the episode, but they find this baby. The baby's name is Amara. And this baby ends up growing up into the adult version of the Darkness, or Amara is her name. Dean has visions of this strange woman who ends up being Amara, calling to him. They have some kind of connection, which they don't really capitalize on. Because they even mention, like, there's, in season 15, there's this connection between them, and they just kind of throw it out the window. They don't even really connect. And they also find out that Amara is God's sister. Locked away because she is the evil part of the good. They're a balance. He's good, she's evil, locked away. So, of course, they need to try to contact God, but how do you contact God? I mean, back in season 5, Cass had an idea that Dean's little necklace thingy was a way to find God, that it glowed bright in God's presence. That does come to fruition here. I just want to say before I do this reveal that Eric Kripke probably, I can't say for sure, never actually intended for it to go this way. But it is revealed that, much to many fans' speculation, Chuck is God. But I don't think Eric Kripke ever really intended him to be. Possibly. But I don't know. He disappears at the end of season 5. But that could be anything. He's a prophet. Maybe he was already... Maybe he died with Cass, and now he's been a spirit the whole time. Who knows? But maybe no one was ever meant to know. Maybe, because, it's supposed to end after season 5. At season 5, that was it. So maybe we're never supposed to actually get an answer to the question. But they did answer it to us. We got... Chuck is God. There's an episode of this season entitled Baby that is a bottle episode. What that means is it takes place entirely in one location. And this location is the Impala, or Baby, as he calls it. As Dean calls it. It's called Baby. And it takes place entirely from the view of the Impala. People, some monsters steal it. There's monsters and stuff. Vampires, whatever you call it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool episode. There's an episode on Lizzie Borden, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. There's an Imaginary Friend episode. I'm trying to figure out when... What's her name? Eileen comes into the picture. Because so far, I haven't figured out when she's supposed to show up. I'll have to look. But yeah. This season is basically kind of leading up to a confrontation between God and Amara, or Chuck and Amara. And yeah, hey, Emily Swallow, who plays Amara, she's not bad to look at. She's a pretty woman. Pretty woman. Walking down the street, pretty woman. So at some point, Sam gets locked up in the cage with Lucifer again. And Lucifer says, "Hey, you say yes, I'm out. You're out." But it's Castiel who says yes. So yeah, it's actually kind of cool to see Misha Collins playing Lucifer. It's always interesting when you have to have your actor you've seen all this time and they play a different character. There's Sam, there's Jared Padalecki playing Meg, or Jared Padalecki playing Lucifer, Jared Padalecki playing Gadriel, or Demon Dean, or, spoilers, Michael inside Dean, and Jensen Ackles having to play Michael. It's that whole, they gotta play a different version of that character, and it's always interesting to see that. More true submarine. Is that where Dean kills Hitler? There's a wrestling episode that I believe stars The Miz. I don't really care about that. I'm trying to figure out why I see a picture of Billy. Is this where she becomes, I believe in season 10, that's where Dean kills Death. So I'm thinking here, Billy becomes Death. Her picture's right here, but I can't. So I'm just looking here. There's an episode that calls back. You got Bobby and Rufus, and it mirrors a hunt that Sam and Dean are on. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we established that Jodie is taking care of Claire and Alex from the previous season. I didn't think she was big to mention because I don't really care for the character. They were introducing these female characters, building up to a spin-off. I think I mentioned this. That never happened. And when you think back on those episodes, setting up those characters, it just kind of feels meh to me, Metatron comes back. I'm trying to figure where the hell. I can't find anything with Billy in it, but she's right there, but I can't figure out where she shows up at. I should have looked up on Wikipedia, but yeah, well, I'm assuming this is when she becomes Death. I'm assuming. The last few seasons kind of blur for me. Because I watched them when they were on, but this is when I really, they started airing them. I had to start watching them on the CW app. Because when they were on, I had my son. So I wasn't able to watch them. So, yeah. So, Dean eventually talks to Amara and Chuck and gets them to come to an agreement and get along, right? How Lucifer, gets... if I remember correctly, Lucifer gets freed from Castiel and gets his own body back, and that being Mark Pellegrino. And that might be season 12. I know he's in season 12, but I don't... Okay. I know we're reaching the end of the time limit here, but... Okay. Okay, so that's... Next season, he gets this body bag. I forgot about the Rick Springfield shit. Okay, so... Yeah, how does Cass get freed? I don't know. But anyway, as a thank you, Sam is busy with stuff at the time. He's not there when they... But, I wish they told you more in these fucking episode things. Because I'm trying to figure it out. But, yeah, and because Sam and Dean aren't together when this agreement happens, because Amara brings back Mary Winchester in her nightgown from the first episode. And that's how it ends, with Mary just sitting there. I'm trying to figure out where Sam is. Maybe he's back at the bunker. I don't know. Let's see what the beginning. Oh! I remember now. Sam is attacked by a woman of letters. And there is a gunshot. We don't see what happens. And that's what happens while Dean is busy with it. Okay, I remember now. And I looked it up beforehand. I forgot. That's what happens. Yes, that sets up next season. Yes. Yes, of course. So, yeah. Season 11. It was fine. Like I said, it all meshes together the last few seasons. But it's fine. I'm going to give it a C. I think it's decent. Just a C. So what are your thoughts on season 11 of Supernatural? In the comments below, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one. I got it.